Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about This Is Us, Season 5, Episode 4. So, like last time, I'm going to be going by time period and also by characters, just so it's a little easier to organize. So, the earliest point in this episode chronologically is Jack and Rebecca with their babies. So, this is another episode that shows Jack and Rebecca struggling to raise newborn babies. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, it's because they tread this ground literally every season. I'm kind of getting tired of it, guys. These scenes barely add anything to the episodes themselves, and I think they're here just to give Jack more screen time. So basically, baby Kevin is crying, and Rebecca has to deal with the fact that she can't always let go of him all the time. And Jack's telling Becca that she's being too soft on Kevin, so she lets him cry himself to sleep instead of comforting him. But it shows that Jack is also upset about not being able to comfort him. And that's pretty much it. Like, I feel like this episode could have done without. I don't know. Also, this episode flashes back to the early 90s, and we see teenage Kevin struggling to succeed in football. He's overexhausting himself by exercising, and he has trouble memorizing the playbooks, which I think is supposed to be a parallel to him struggling to act in the movie with in the present, but I'll get to that one later. So teenage Randall helps Kevin learn the playbook, which could foreshadow them becoming friends again later in the season. Now, unlike the first flashback sequences, I feel like this one adds a little bit more to the episode because we learn more about Kevin's character, and how sometimes he has struggle learning things. And so that brings us to adult Kevin, and this is in the present day. So Kevin's having trouble working with his new director. And this director is like an arrogant asshole who's very hard on Kevin for no reason, and he's giving him no guidance. It's like Kevin does this scene, and the director's like, "No, do it again, you suck." And Kevin's asking for advice, but the director just doesn't give it to him, which to me, comes off like he's a bad director. An even worse director than M. Night Shyamalan, I might say. But anyway, we find out that director does do this so that Kevin has enough stamina to keep going, so he doesn't really give up. Which I guess is an important lesson to learn. Don't let other people bring you down. Now moving on to Kate and Toby. So they're signing an OBGYN papers so they could adopt that woman's baby. And Kate goes with the mother for an ultrasound. Now Kate wants to name the baby Chloe, but the mother doesn't like that because I guess she was bullied by this bitch in high school named Chloe. And I can understand that. If I if someone wanted to name my kid Riley, I would not be here for it. Um, we also find out that when Kate was a teenager, she got an abortion because that creepy dude she was dating at the time impregnated her. Now, I'm wondering if that was one of the reasons why it was so hard for Kate to get pregnant with Jack. Because I hold sometimes when you have an abortion, it's kind of hard to get pregnant later in your life. So that's just a little theory I have. I don't know if it's has anything to do with that, but moving on. So after Annie gets her one line of dialogue per episode, we see Malik goes to Randall's work because Malik wants to shadow him for a school project. And Randall tells Malik to watch the live stream and turn it off when he's done. But, Malik doesn't do that because he's distracted with a phone call from his baby's mother. So Randall doesn't know the live stream ends. And he does an embarrassing dance, something like Michael Scott on that boat would do. But, he does, like I said, he doesn't know it's live streamed. And Malik explains to Randall that he's been overexhausted because he's been balancing school and raising his baby at the same time, so he's kind of stressed out. And Randall gives him good advice of not letting your child hold you back from your dreams, but to have his child use his child to encourage him to fulfill those dreams. Randall then gives Malik an internship at City Hall, and that's very nice and all, but like, if I was Randall, after how Malik fucked up that day, I don't think I'd give him a internship. I'd kind of start slow, but whatever. And it turns out Randall's embarrassing dance goes viral, and it actually works in Randall's favor, since he gets his message across on a nationwide level. All that nice talk he was talking about William, like a lot of people across the country saw that. So, like I said, it works in Randall's favor. But also, one of those people seeing this live stream that went viral turns out to be the man who Randall's birth mother was in love with. Now, is this how they will meet each other later in the season? Probably. So, on to my other notes and observations about this episode. So, this episode, for me, was a huge step up compared to the last three episodes. It seems like they're focusing less on modern political issues and more on the characters themselves, which is why I watched the show in the first place. Now, something I noticed, not just in this episode but also the past episode, why do people walk into rooms with a mask on while they're by themselves, but take the masks off when they're actually close to people? This makes zero sense to me. It's like they should be doing the opposite. When they're walking down the street or when they're walking in the buildings by themselves, they should have the masks on, and then put them on when you're next to someone. Isn't that the whole point? I don't get it. It's like This Is Us is taking place in a parallel universe where masks serve an opposite function. But I don't know. Point is, I really like this episode. I can't wait to see what happens next week. Just kidding. We have to wait until January fucking 5 to watch it. I don't get it. What the fuck? Well, I mean, I kind of get it because I guess they didn't film that many episodes because of the virus. So they have to have more time to film the episodes. So it makes sense from a production standpoint. But from a viewer standpoint, why not just wait until January to put these first full episodes out? You know? Why put 4 episodes then make us wait 2 months? That doesn't make that much sense to me. If I was NBC, I'd just wait until January then put all 18 episodes like 18 weeks in a row or something. But, like I said, this episode was great. I really liked it. I'm going to give this a B+. plus. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this episode. Sorry if you were distracted by my constant mouth breathing, but, I have sinuses. I can't really breathe through my nose well. Anyway, see you next time. I hope everybody out there has a nice day and stay safe and peace.